Bitcoin is back above 100K, and a lot of people are starting to wonder which altcoins do I need to be holding in case what if we already have seen the bottom of this bear market? It could be a little bit crazy to assume that, but at the same time, with the amount of institutional adoption and money in the markets, it's not out of the question. So, which altcoins should you be dialed in on at this point in time to make sure that if we continue to see upside in Bitcoin and in the markets, that you are well positioned in the right narratives and the top alts. So in this video, I'm going to go over what I actually believe are the only altcoins you need to be holding in 2026 to make it in crypto. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. And as always, guys, be sure to drop down below. If you enjoy the content here on In the Game, like the video down below and subscribe to the channel for more every single day here on In the Game. We were traveling last week, so we're back every single weekday, Monday through Friday, crypto updates, everything you need to win in the markets. And of course, a big shout out to our sponsors at Blowfin. We still have 12 more days in the $100,000 trading competition. If you guys want to jump down below and join Team Hustle and compete for $100,000 in prizes, you can sign up to Blowfin down below. Let's go ahead and dive right into the video. And as we're talking, I mean, Bitcoin, it just slid back under 80, but we are around that 80K level at $79,990. We're also seeing some top altcoins on the move, stuff like Zcash. We see TON up 12%, Bittensor's up 14% this week, which we absolutely love to see. So some of these top coins are starting to catch that liquidity. And I saw this tweet last night, and I think this personifies what's happening in crypto right now. And what I want to also emphasize is the market is irrational, and it can be irrational more than our logic can ever handle. And also the term is it can be more irrational than we can stay solvent. That's the investment term. But at the same time, the greatest irony of this cycle will be boomers outperforming crypto natives over the last year with equities, just for crypto natives to sell the bottom of crypto to go into equities markets, while then the boomers sell them the top of equities, and then they enter crypto at the bottom, outperforming them twice in a single cycle. This was tweeted 3 months ago to this day, February 4th, 2026. And this is exactly what has played out. Okay, yes, the stock market has continued to do very well, but we've seen a lot of people capitulate. A lot of people leave crypto. A lot of people move all their assets over to the equity side, to the stock market. And all the while, over the course of time, Bitcoin's up 20% on the 30-day timeline. And it really doesn't even seem like this is not over, in my opinion. Like, yes, it almost feels like there's no reason why Bitcoin should be pumping like this. We obviously have the Clarity Act, which just came through as well, which we've been waiting on for quite some time in crypto. But this is not so much a news show. I want to come to you straight up today with how can we position ourselves this cycle without overexposing ourselves. I think a lot of people in crypto make the mistakes. You want to be allocated into everything, right? So you look at all the top assets, XRP, BNB, Tron, Dogecoin, Hype, all these different coins, and you're thinking like, okay, they all have their narratives, they all have their runs here and there. How can I make sure I never miss any of these things? But I don't think that's the way to think about it. I actually think less is more this time around in this cycle. And we see here, I tweeted last night, Bitcoin, Bittensor, Hyperliquid, the perfectly balanced crypto stack. First and foremost, let's start there. I think that everyone should have some Bitcoin in their portfolio. I don't care how big or small your portfolio, having exposure to the overarching asset that dictates what everything else does, I think is massive. And I think that that's one of the assets that if you hold long term, it's going to continue potentially growing like the S&P 500 has over time, all the biggest indexes, whatever the case is. I think that that's your play for the type of play that you would want your long-term portfolio to be weighted in. So yes, no matter if you're playing with any amount of money. I think having some Bitcoin and understanding exactly the mechanics, and you'll learn more about Bitcoin and why you desire to buy more, regardless of your size. I think you have to have Bitcoin in your portfolio. I think you have to have AI in your portfolio, which there's three narratives I'm really going to dial in on here. And gone are the days where I feel like you have to hold a bunch of L1 blockchains. I don't think that that's essential anymore. I don't think you need the hot L2 coming up, Mega ETH or whatever the case is, or Monad. I don't think you need to hold any of that stuff. I think you just keep it simple in the top coins and the top narratives. And we see here Wall Street Bets talking about Tau. Literally everyone and their dog is waking up to the potential of Tau. And by the way, Tau bottomed at 250 after all of that FUD, which I found very impressive. It's back now at 281 and probably headed straight back to $300. By far the number one AI coin in the market. There's 120 projects building on Bittensor. And we see here Shoots with the NASDAQ. They're the AIXC, so the NASDAQ ticker AIXC is collaborating with Shoots, a NASDAQ listed AI agent platform, which is choosing decentralized compute, which is Shoots, which is built on top of Bittensor Tau for their backbone. Today, we see Solana drop this little teaser here. And we have Mark Jeffrey here, the partner at Stillcore Capital, one of the largest Bittensor funds in the world, saying, this does look to be Bittensor-esque or something like that. All of the comments also are saying, what's going on here? This definitely looks to be something with Bittensor. We can see these comments, $ Tau. This is sweet. Solana sold its Solana and bought Tau. We'll figure out what's going on with this collaboration, but Solana is launching a Solana AI foundation. So we'll see what happens here. And then moving along, I think that there's other coins you can look at in the market as far as AI. I do think Bittensor is by far number one. Bittensor is the Tau token. This one here, I think it's a must hold in the AI sector. And I think that if you just see what's happening in the world, that just screams itself to you. Despite the FUD about a month ago, I think that they have really gotten past that very well. And, moving forward, I think that people are not going to care about that FUD over the course of the long haul. My second favorite AI coin would be Venice. Venice is the fastest growing AI token by market cap perspectives and multiples perspectives over the course of 2026. But their data just shows more and more usage on their platform. I think it's going to continue to grow. And right now, the inflation rate is becoming more deflationary. The inflation rate is going down at this point in time, and there's more cuts on their inflation from June 1st, July 1st, and this will bring their inflation down to 3.75%. I think that VVV is a solid counterpart to hold, whereas Tau could be treated as your Y Combinator of decentralized AI, and then VVV is kind of this hybrid play, AI and privacy. So you're getting a double dip with the Venice token. Speaking of privacy, I think there's only one token in the privacy sector that you need to be holding, and that's Zcash. Zcash goes on a massive run every single time that this market moves. It's crazy. We see it's up 63% on the monthly chart and 17% on the weekly. We did see an endorsement from Arthur Hayes, which did push this up, bring a lot of liquidity to the token. But I think that Zcash is by far and away the top privacy play, and it moves well with the market. It's in the narrative. We talked about this last week, but crypto is an attention economy, an attention market, okay? And Zcash has the ball in their court for privacy. They are the kings of the privacy sector, and I think that that's the one you need to be holding. And this can be your pure privacy play, and then obviously VVV is your AI privacy play, which I think is a great combination in that sector of your portfolio. Last but not least, you guys know I love Hyperliquid. Looking at Hyperliquid, we show this chart a lot, but the growth is just astronomical. Even during the bear time periods, the TVL doesn't fall off that much. And now it's back on the rise. And we did see them launch HIP4, which is their latest update. They go live with prediction markets. So we did see Kalshi and Polymarket announce they're going to launch perps. Well, then right off the back of that, we see Polymarket, or we see Hyperliquid go live with their prediction market product. So this is absolutely a crazy competition that we might have here between Polymarket, Kalshi, and Hyperliquid. And I still think at $41, I think Hyperliquid could grow to the size of Solana easily. That's still a 5x from this current circulating market cap. And honestly, this could flip Solana in diluted market cap. Diluted's at 40. The diluted market cap of Sol is 52. I would be willing to go out on a limb and say that Hyperliquid will flip Solana from a terms of a fully diluted market cap potentially as soon as this year. I mean, Solana's moving very slow right now as a token, which is also why I don't see it as necessary to hold in your port BNB or ETH or Solana. I think the days of having to hold all the major chains to get that exposure, I think that's a 2021 investment method in crypto, or a 2017 investment method in crypto. I think in crypto now you have to, as they say in the Twitter sphere, you have to invest like a Zoomer. And for the term Zoomer is like a Gen Z mindset. Like, you see a trend developing, it's hot on socials, and you run with it. And right now, I think genuinely the 4 hottest coins in crypto from a narrative perspective, when you dig in, you look at product quality, you look at social, how much social proof is out there, who is getting involved in the token, who are the investors, and on top of that, is it relevant in crypto in 2026? I think for AI, Tau and VVV. VVV can double as a privacy play. So VVV and Zcash in your privacy stack. And then your perp dex, which is Hyperliquid. I don't think you should be touching Lighter. I don't think you should be touching Aster at this point in time. I think that Hyperliquid has separated themselves to a level where they will be a top token in crypto by rankings perspective. I'm talking right around that Solana area as far as diluted market cap at the very least by the end of 2026. It's simple, it's boring, but I think Bitcoin, Tau, VVV, Zcash, and Hyperliquid is the perfect 5 token portfolio. Leave some stable coins on the side if you want to mess around when a new coin launches, or you have some trading funds for longs or shorts. Always have stables on the side, but those are the 5 tokens I think are literal must-haves in 2026, guys. Like the video down below and subscribe to the channel for more. I have a big update video coming tomorrow on AI tokens as well. So guys, I will see you there. Like the video down below, subscribe to the channel, and as always, trade it responsibly, my friends, and of course, stay bullish, my friends.